What's up, guys? Gabe Adam here with Human Bulldog, taking a little break from our ride this morning around Lake Monroe. We started in Sanford and are now at Green Springs, and I'm here with my friends Jimmy and Brenda. How you guys doing this morning?
Great, awesome.
Good. Thanks for having me out for the ride. This is something that you guys do regularly?
Yeah.
Yes, every week we ride. This is our Sunday ride every week.
This loop that we're gonna complete after?
Not
Well,
this
we
loop.
try to switch it up.
Okay.
We have
Yeah.
a couple different routes, but this is probably one of the nicest ones, and it's great because it's literally leave the house, come right back to the
Yeah,
house. So we don't.
and it's fun.
Cool.
And when a lot of friends want to ride with us, this is the ride we usually take them
Okay,
on.
well, thank you for bringing me
Yeah.
along. It's me how you kind of got into cycling.
You want to start?
Sure. So I got into cycling after having a really bad soccer injury. I tore my knee up, and my doctor told me after my surgery that I should get a bicycle for rehab. Little did I know that it was going to change my life. I found a new passion. I went into a new field for work. It was a completely new career change because of cycling, and it's nothing but up since then.
That's good.
I kind of have a similar story. I had 2 knee surgeries, and my doctor told me you either choose to swim or you choose to bike. Those are 2 options for exercising. So, of course, a bike is way cheaper than putting in a pool in my house. So
True.
I got on a bike, and it's just like he says, uphill from here.
That's good. And you said it was a career change for you. You're a self-proclaimed bike nerd,
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
which was made very clear earlier
Oh, yeah.
today when
I'll
I looked
sign
at my
off on
bike
that
and
one. He's a bike
showed me
nerd.
all the things that I've done wrong so far. But overall, I passed. So what are you doing now?
So now I'm a bicycle mechanic for triathlon. I've been doing that for since last year. Before that, I was in sales and bicycle sales since 2014. So I've been in the industry for like 7 years now.
Okay, so it's a big part of your life. So
Yeah.
I made a good choice by contacting you
Yeah.
about cycling.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
as you saw on our bike lounge, we have a few bikes.
Yeah, a little bit. It's a garage inside, guys. It's
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
I'm definitely the bike nerd of Sanford. So
Good,
you call
good.
the right guy.
Well, again, it's not by accident. Meeting you guys, I get to know you better because something that I've discussed prior is that it's funny once you take a look around your circle, the sort of resources that exist. It's similar interests, it's similar passions, it's people that can bring you along and make you better. And I kind of got that sense from you two. The idea that there could be a couple out there watching this considering the idea of getting bikes and maybe are inspired by the fact that you guys are kind of brought together or kept together by your love of cycling. So it's really cool. I want to share that with people. And what would you say to somebody that's looking to buy a first bike?
I would say, do a little bit of research, but you also want to visit, your local bike shops. If you can visit 2 or 3 brick and mortar locations, it's great because you can read everything about a bike and you can find out all the specs, but until you actually try it, feel it, put your hands on it, you're not going to know if it's the right thing for you.
Okay. And did you describe to me buying your bike?
My first bike? Or
Yeah.
Okay, my first bike, I didn't know a lot about it, so I went
Okay.
to a local bike shop. I wish I know now what I know
Knew
then,
then.
what I know now.
That's the story of
But
everybody's
yeah,
life.
I bought an
come on.
entry-level bike, and
Yeah.
it was a hybrid, and it actually lasted me 10 years. So, and then I met Jimmy, and he's into biking, and I haven't had to buy a bike since then, though.
Good. Good.
Those were from him.
So basically, the moral of the story is find a Jimmy bike nerd,
He'll buy
and
it for
you
you.
never have to buy a bike again.
No.
But
So I
Yeah.
I moved from my hybrid that I had for 10 years, which I thought I was flying on that, to the road bike now, and now like we put in way more miles.
yeah,
So
and that's
it's been-
something that I have a hybrid bike. It's really more for fitness. I purchased it in anticipation of doing a sprint triathlon, so it's not, it's only an 8-mile ride,
Yeah.
and I didn't want to get so far into it budget-wise that what if I didn't do another triathlon, and then I'm stuck with this very expensive, beautiful piece of
Yeah.
equipment that, you know, gathered dust. I didn't want to be in that situation, but I can definitely see that you and I will be having a conversation sometime down the future on kind of the next step in when I go purchase a new bike.
Yeah.
For entry level, a hybrid, if you don't know if you're going to be road biking, trail riding, a hybrid is a really good option to start with.
Yeah, because it gives you a lot of versatility. You use it for a lot of different things. You're usually not going to spend a ton of money on hybrids. And yeah, if you choose to sell it and upgrade later on, I mean, it's really easy to, you know, find a buyer. So
Now, you buy a bike, you start riding the bike. What sort of things should people be doing regularly to make sure that that bike stays in tip-top condition?
okay.
Tune up.
No, that's
I
Call
didn't know
Jimmy.
that- I didn't know that before, and I know that now.
I didn't realize this was turning into a commercial for Jimmy's services.
No.
No, just kidding.
So it is a machine, and you know you want to keep it, you know, serviced. Just like every other machine, you know, it will break down, it will wear down. So what you want to keep an eye on first and foremost, super easy, your tire pressure. You keep your tire pressure right, your tires will last you, you know, much longer. You diminish your chances of getting flats. Another thing is you want to keep your chain, you know, clean and lube, and you don't have to do it all the time. I tell people usually every 700 to 1,000 miles on the bike, you want to clean the chain and re-lube it. Or if you went out riding and you got caught in a rainstorm, you want to lube the tank. And honestly, that's pretty much it. Everything else you probably have to take it to a shop, unless if you're mechanically inclined. But the very basics is tire pressure and keeping your chain clean and lubed. Regular maintenance is going to be the key to having, you know, a good experience.
A smooth ride.
Like anything
and
else,
the older
guys.
you get, you need a smoother ride. Yes.
You know, part of the mission of Human Bulldog is to bring kind of awareness to the sort of different activities that we can do as we age or get better.
Fabulously,
And
yes.
you both had indicated that you suffered injuries that kind of changed your trajectory for training and overall fitness. How do you feel that has played a part in developing your passion for cycling? Is it kind of like a out of necessity, or is it something that you kind of wish you would have discovered sooner?
Yeah, so I can answer that real
Go
quick.
ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I would have never gotten into biking had it not been for my knee surgery. I wouldn't have even thought about it, and now it's the best decision. It's healthy, it's easy to continue, you know, your health and exercising on a bike. So yeah, I'm kind of glad I did have my surgery because it got me into cycling.
Yeah, I would say both. Definitely getting on the bike made me love it. It was something that I had to discover. I wish I had discovered it sooner. I mean, I did ride when I was a kid, but I don't know, maybe around 14, you just kind of stop. So for me, my motivating factor was to heal and get better initially. And then once I got better physically, you know, my knee was good. I felt my leg strength was back. It was more about finding, like you said, a new trajectory. Like I can't play soccer anymore because there's way too much risk.
Yeah.
But I can ride a bike, and I can ride this thing till I'm 80, 90 years old if I make it.
That's a good thing about cycling. You could ride it, and I mean, there's no age limit. There's only so long you can play football or some of these other sports, but cycling, you can ride until you're in your 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
I
might be in a tricycle when I'm 90. But
I see people way older than us, 20 or a senior, and just fly by us.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa, good for them. So,
That's
yeah, you can do this.
life goals right there.
Exactly.
Are there any pitfalls to riding together as a couple? I mean, I'm not trying to start anything here.
No. Actually,
But,
this is a
good
great
but
topic
it
to
is,
cover.
it's worth discussing, I think.
I think this is a great topic to cover, frankly, and you know, I'm glad you're covering this for your viewers because we learned the hard way, as most people do, that it's not easy at first.
Yeah.
You know, you're always going to have one rider that's stronger than the other.
Yeah.
You have to take that into account. I think the biggest thing that I've learned in our journey of riding together is patience.
Yeah.
You have to be patient with your partner because they may not be where you're at, but they'll get there.
Yeah.
And this is a sport that I consider a great equalizer, not only on a social level, but on a physical level as well. So, you know, you ride together, you spend time together, you develop your abilities together, and eventually you're going to be right there together. So I would tell your viewers, if you're looking to get into this together as a couple, be patient with each other.
Yeah.
So what we started to do, because at first we would ride, and sometimes if you're getting into 50, 60 miles, that's a half a day that you're out of the house.
Yeah.
So it was like I didn't have time to go out and do fun things, which I want to do on the weekend. So we turned in our bike rides into bike dates. So we actually ride 30 miles,
Okay.
and then we go to the Winter Garden
Plant
farmers
Street
market,
Market,
or
yeah.
we go to DeLeon Springs, or we go to New Smyrna. So we do something, eat at a mom and pop restaurant,
Yeah.
and then we get back on the bikes and ride. So it's like our bike dates. So we still get to sightsee, and we get the workout and the mileage in.
Yeah.
Another thing I get out of biking is sometimes you just need to get away from the noise, and
Yeah.
you just put your headsets on and you just go
Ride
for
to a place
ride.
like this.
Exactly,
Yeah,
and just
it's
get
amazing.
away from everything for a little bit. So it's kind of like my therapy for the week. When I get on a bike, you let everything go, and it's like, okay, I can function again and keep going. So it's a therapy and it's physical exercise for us.
And it's a spectrum, because just how it's therapy for her, it's therapy for me when I go do my solo rides. But she's riding to just like enjoy the outdoors and listen to music and all that. And when I'm doing my solo ride, the way I get my therapy is almost like a self-torture type thing.
Would there be a time where maybe she wants to ride a certain way and you don't?
Oh,
absolutely.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So,
And when
Like
we
today,
first-
I'm like, and then let's discuss it. Now we discuss it, but before it's like, oh, I just want a leisure ride, and he wants, like, he's trying to meet his goals.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we've had that.
Yeah, we definitely had that. Definitely when we first started riding, it was one of those things where I'm in my zone, she's in her zone, they're different zones, and
Yeah.
I'm just pulling away from her. One of the things that we did early on to kind of correct that was literally meet in the middle. I would take off, do my thing, and then I would come right back and
Yeah.
pick her up.
Yeah.
And then I would do that 4 or 5 times during the ride, and that's how I was able to get my workout in and still do the hour ride.
Okay.
So he has a saying that you should ride with people faster than you.
So I say ride with people that are better than you so
Yeah.
that you can improve.
Of course.
Ride with people that are not as good as you so you can remember where you came from. And
Yeah.
ride with people at your level so you can have fun.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm here with that. I mean, you've basically summed up part of the reason that you guys are a special guest. Each special guest is because I got the positive vibe from the individual, in this case from both of you, and you are more experienced and you're understanding of the position that I'm in. So you're going to help me come along and point out things that I need to improve. But you're going to push me too. But, the social aspect of it is something that I do not think this will be our last ride. I hope it won't be our
hope
last
not.
ride,
Yeah, it's a lot of
because
fun.
it's been a great morning so far, and I really appreciate the opportunity to kind of bring a different perspective on cycling to people that may have considered doing it. Something that we did not discuss is our mutual love for Orlando City. So I'm going to go ahead and
is that the purple?
for our
Yes.
we got a human bulldog purple
Yay.
that you can wear proudly.
Yes.
I like it.
Vamos Orlando.
Yes.
Thank you,
Very
Gabriel.
cute.
So it's a small token of my appreciation for the guests
Love
that
it,
we
love
have
it.
on the channel. I hope you wear it proudly.
I will.
And guys, get out.
Get out.
Get a
ride.
bike. Go ride. It's beautiful out, and there's so much that you can explore. And it's great for the kids with the family. Just stay active. Do something. Go get a bike.
Yes.
We'll see you next time, guys.